we're gonna check back in. Lindsay is also at a party because Bible Club PDX is celebrating Repeal Day. Sounds a little different than a blanket fort, but sounds very classy, Lindsay.
Hey, yeah, Repeal Day is December 5th. It's the end of prohibition, and they are celebrating it here at Bible Club. I'm here with Jessica Brash. She's the barmaid here. Tell us about this event. This cocktail looks amazing. What are we looking at?
So this is a gin daisy. This recipe that we're using, the variation dates back to 1918. This is our third annual party. This is our biggest one. As you can see, we're kind of a Prohibition era bar. So the repeal of the 18th Amendment is our biggest day of the year.
And look, everybody's kind of dressed up in costumes. You're dressed up. Is that something specific for the party, or do you kind of get into the theme all year long?
Well, I dress up all year round, but guests definitely get into the spirit all year round as well. But this particular party, you definitely see people kind of don their best, which is really great.
And the bar, as we were standing here talking, you showed me there's so many details. It's not just kind of a costume thing. This is antique
Real deal
stuff.
Real deal. Just about everything in here is a period authentic antique. There are very few reproductions, and it's only where it was absolutely necessary, like things like the ceiling.
Yeah. And the cocktails are authentic too. What are you making for us here?
So we've got a cocktail here that dates back this recipe to 1930. It's a Creole cocktail, kind of a take on a Manhattan in a way. You've got a rye whiskey, a little bit of vermouth, Benedictine, and a Mer Picon.
And what does this taste like? When I hear Creole, I think spicy, Louisiana. What's the flavor of this?
This is going to be a delicious, very herbaceous cocktail in the style of a Manhattan. So not super spicy, but definitely some herbs.
And 1918, how do you find the recipe for your cocktails, something like this?
Well, this one is 1930, but there's so many different resources. We actually have printed recipe books from that time period, but thankfully, in the last few decades, a lot of cocktail books have also been reprinted. So if you know where to look, you can find some really cool recipes, and as long as you take the time to sort of play through them and find
things change over the years, right? You probably have to tweak it a little bit, but
there's sometimes measurements that don't necessarily make sense to the American jigger. So as long as you can kind of tweak that and play around, you can find the right balance, you're good.
And the party's tonight, but you guys are open all year long. When can people come check you out and have one of these cocktails?
We are open Wednesday through Sunday, so come on down. Today's a ticketed event. It sells out every year, but, get in line for next year.
Yeah, and you said this is the third annual?
Third annual, yeah.
Huge turnout every year?
Every year we sell out.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, I'm going to try this delicious cocktail that she made for us. This is a fun glass. Oh, that's super yummy. Awesome. Well, end of prohibition here. They are definitely celebrating. It's going to be a fun time. But Cassidy, I'm going to send it back to you and keep sipping on this delicious cocktail.